Hi and welcome to another SummerBubba video. Today we have a different kind of video, as you can probably tell by the title. We are getting some guinea pigs. Usually all my videos are about bearded dragons and I will still continue to make videos about the bearded dragons. But yeah, we are going to be talking about guinea pigs today. This is the haul that I have so far. I'm just going to run down all the things that I've got. Then we're going to start setting up the cage. We are getting 3 guinea pigs from a local breeder and they have been raised in a family home and they are very sweet. They're 3 little girls. Actually so excited, I cannot wait. When I was younger I had 4 girl guinea pigs, so each of my siblings had a guinea pig. So yeah, I am going to be so excited to have guinea pigs back in my life. Cannot wait. The cage I am using today is the Poor Heart DIY CNC cage. On sale it is $33.99. I think that's how much I paid for it, but usually it's $35.99, which is actually a good price. On the listing it does state that it is for guinea pigs and rabbits. I would probably recommend getting 2 lots of these if you were going to use it for a rabbit, as they obviously need a little bit more space as they are bigger than guinea pigs. This one is perfect size for 3 guinea pigs. If you have more guinea pigs, I would probably, like I said, get 2 lots and then you can create a bigger CNC cage for them. But yeah, this one works perfect for us. The space I'm working with is behind me, so it's on my chest of drawers. So these are just from IKEA. I did get them secondhand, that's why hence there's like a little gap in that bit, but that's fine. I'm gonna be putting the CNC grids and making the cage on top of here, and yeah, let's see how it goes. All the stuff that I have got for the guinea pigs is up there. So I have picked up some food for the guinea pigs. I did pick up 3 different type of nuggets. So I think I'm probably going to stick with the grain-free Selective Naturals guinea pig food going forward, because it has no wheat and it is Timothy hay based, so it is a lot better for their diet. These little pea flakes as treats, and then Timothy hay, and then I will be going back and getting some bedding hay, which is just like the meadow hay, to put in their little litter tray bit. So yeah, I'm going to be putting these into these storage little tubs so it's easier to like scoop them out. I'm going to get a little scoop to put the nuggets in this little ceramic bowl, which is quite cute. I will be getting another bowl for their water as well. Over here we have 2 bath mats because I'm going to be doing fleece lined bedding. So I've got 2 towels just for now, and then I picked up these waterproof liners, which are just like bedding liners, and I'm going to make my own liners with the blankets and stuff, but just for now I'm just going to like layer it up. And then we got a tunnel, a little hammock, this is their little litter tray, some stacking cups, and then these are just for like the outside of the cage, and then these are like bendy sticks for the tunnels. Gonna decide to start building it on here so I can gauge how big it needs to be and how many squares and connectors I'm gonna need. Let's move all of this, which I think I'm just gonna chuck on the bed for now. That's all done. This is how it is looking, an absolute mess. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna go about this. I think I'm just gonna try and do like a 2x4 or 5. I'm gonna start with 2x4, and then if I can get bigger I can, and then I might do a top layer. But yeah, it's really cool that it just comes with all the pieces, because you can make it to whatever size you need, like if you have a different space. So it's quite like what's the word, modular, and you can just create it however. And there is a very strange looking hammer, I think. Is that the hammer? I might have to go use the other one because that looks like very plasticky. I don't know, it might work. Oh, and then we've got handy cable ties so it doesn't all fall apart. I think they're all the same. Yeah, they are. So we've just emptied all them packets and got all these things out took too long, but there we are. So I think I'm just gonna run out and get a massive bit of wood to drill onto here. So it's like a whole surface, and then I'm going to use that under storage bit for the hay and all the other stuff, which is going to be quite useful because I didn't know where I was going to store all the guinea pig stuff. So yeah, that's going to be helpful. So we're just going to run now before the shop closes. We went to Wickes, as I am in the UK. I picked up 2 large pieces of wood. So we just picked up the wood, so I've got 2 sheets, and then we're going to take them home and put them back. Size I needed was a very strange measurement. We did end up cutting it all down and kind of putting it together like a little jigsaw. Actually extended it further so it was the whole length of the wall to maximize the space. So here is us laying it out, and this piece is slightly too long, so we're just going to trim that bit down to make it all flush. Here is how it is looking with all the wood laid over the table. Now we're just drilling it down so it all stays in place and it's nice and secure for the guinea pigs. So secured it down by screws, so it's literally not going to go anywhere, and it is pretty solid. So now it's time to put the actual cage onto the base. It's like a whole massive guinea pig table now. So yeah, thank you to my partner who helped cut all of that, because that was one of my fortes. Okay, so this is what it's looking so far. So for 3 guinea pigs, you want 2 by 5 at least. I am gonna do 2 layers, just so they have enough surface area. If you just want like a single layer, you'd probably put these little bits face down like that. But as I'm doing another layer, I'm gonna put them like that way around, if that makes sense. If you just wanted 1 layer, you would put it like that. Because I'm going to do 2, I'm going to put it like this and then put another layer on top. So I'm just going to go ahead and put them all on the top, and I'm just going to speed run that because that's kind of boring. We continue putting these on. It is pretty easy to do this. You just snap them into the slots as so. There we go. That's the corner in. Probably why they gave you a hammer, but I don't really want to wake up the neighbours because I'm doing this at like, it is 9 o'clock now. It wouldn't have taken me as long, but we had to get the wood, so. Trusting the process is how it's done. This is where you cut it flat if they're going to be at the top layer. I think whatever it's going to be, the pigs are going to love it. They do live outside with their mum at the moment, but they're going to love the inside cage. It's going to be so warm and snuggly, and they're just going to be loved. I'm going to cuddle them all the time. I will put some pictures on the screen here of the ones that I'm going to be getting. So there's 3 girls. So that's so cute. They are short-haired piggies. I think they're about 10 weeks. Might be a little bit older when I get them in a few weeks, but I can't actually wait to just bend it. Oh no, that might actually work. Okay. Here's the state of the stairs. Yeah, these pigs aren't getting up here. I think it is supposed to go like that with the 2 at an angle. I'll show you like that. But I feel like that's a bit steep, but maybe I'm just overthinking it. have a quick look at the progress that we have made. So here we have the guinea pig. Okay, all I've got to do is put 3 more on, and then we get to do the inside. Yay. Okay, we have finally finished building, and then this is my favourite bit, I don't know why. The little door is so cute, just imagine getting them out, but yeah. I have just realised I've made my life really difficult because it's quite tall now and I can't really get into it very well. But that's the problem for another day. Okay, so as you can probably tell, it is the next day. So I decided that I didn't like the 2-story how it was. It looked too high. So we changed it around. So we've put the ramp the other side. Yes, I did have to undo the cable ties and redo it, which is fine. But with these ones, I've made them like slightly lower compared to the ones at the back and the side. So they're like the full grid, and then I cable tied it so it's like half, so I can easily get to them at the top, because that was the problem that I was having because it was so high. I kept this one the full grid because obviously I couldn't move it down because of the door. So that is how it is looking so far. It currently is a 2x4, which is 2 layers, so it's double that basically. So the full grid is 8 little squares, and then this is 4 little squares. So the way I did it, I just got this panel, moved it down slightly, and then just cable tied it in place, because obviously it won't connect to little connector bits. So it looks like this, which is actually a lot better, because when it was full grids all up here, it looked like too caged in and it looked so tall because it's on this unit. But I think it looks alright. Okay, so we went out and bought some of the base, which I think is called Corex or Chloroplast or something, but I found a similar one because I couldn't find that. I think it's just slightly thinner than the ones that you see in the packs, but yeah, it's still is okay. It's still quite nice, and it's really easily bendable. I think with the thicker one you have to score it and then do it, so this is going to make my life easier. I'm not too bothered that it's quite thin, because I'm going to put still going to put the layer of towel and then the liners and then the pads and everything, so they'll still be nice and cozy. This is just for the base. Obviously I put wood there, and yeah, we don't want to ruin the wood, and also up here just so it's like a smooth surface for the piggies to run on instead of the wire, because that is not good for our piggies. So I did pick up 3 of these. I might have to zoom out. Let me zoom out. That's better. So there's one there, and one there. So all just scattered around the room. So we've got to make one for the bottom and then one for the top, which is going to be annoying because it is like a weird L kind of E shape. So obviously you would tape this down, but I'm just going to see if it fits first. So yeah, it pretty much fits. So yeah, you just tape the corners. So I'm just going to use some double-sided tape to secure the corners, because I don't actually own any packing tape or clear packing tape, because apparently I don't. So I guess I'm just gonna like do a little square. Scissors would be helpful. Scissors acquired. Right. So yeah, I'm just gonna cut a bit and do it like that, maybe. We'll see. if it's secure. Yeah, I've just put 2 strips on this side, then you want to bring that one up and then put it like that so it makes a corner. So let's take these off. From the other angle, so it is like a nice right. Okay, so this is it in whilst it's been taped. I'm actually quite proud of myself, even though it's very clearly wonky. I'm just gonna take some scissors and cut that bit down. Okay, so here is the second piece. I had to just layer it over. That's the corner bit. And then it goes just to there. So I've got a side and a side. And then I just need to trim that bit and lay that flat and then get one more bit. Then that bit's folded around. So this is what it's looking like so far. Yes, it fits perfect. So here is the base for the bottom. So with the top, like I said, I did get 3 smaller panels and just cut them to size, but we did manage to fit this massive one in the car. It was a lot bigger than this, but yeah, I have cut it down to size, scored it, and then these are just the little bits to do that, to make the corners, like to stick them on. So I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna try and figure out how to put it in there. Obviously I'm gonna have to take all of this out again, but it's fine because I just wanted to see how it would look. Just need to make the lining, like fleece lining, bedding, but towels and a blanket is actually fine for now. So I think I'm just gonna do that as a future thing. But yeah, let's finish taping this. So I've just done one corner so far. So there it is, all done. Got all the corners in place and it is ready to go in. So we managed to get it in and it fits pretty much perfectly. The only thing I did have to cut down was this little bit where the door is. I've decided to keep it there, and then like when I get the pigs out, then it can just fold flat and then be like functional as well. Yeah, I have just shoved everything up here, so we're gonna just go ahead and put everything back. I think I'm just gonna use these 2 to make a long tunnel. So I'm gonna take the little snacks out, and then I did pick up these little play balls, which are completely natural. There's nothing bad in them, so they can eat them as well. So I'm gonna take these out and put them in, ready for them. I'm gonna put like a couple in here, and then like maybe one at the top. Got like, well, it is one set of stacking tops, but I might just do like some at the bottom and some at the top, just because I'm not sure like which level they're gonna like most. Today I'm going to be picking up another little bowl and water bottles that go on the side of the cage. So I didn't manage to finish the lines in time, so I've just done a layer of towel, the absorbent layer, and then the fleece. These are the cute little balls that I got them. They're so cute. Yeah, I need to go get the other hide, and then I just done the same for the bottom. And then I just need to fill up that water bowl and then put the pellets in. I've done this one Put it there. I'm hoping that's the right height, but I can always adjust it. We've filled up the litter tray, so I'm going to pop that in. Where's that there? Still need to put a blanket there, but it's all a work in progress at the moment. Pretty much just about fits in. So I think I'm just going to put that in the corner like that. There we have it, the CNC build. So it is a 4x2 dog stack with a ramp in the middle. Now the cage is all completed, ready for the piggies. So stay tuned for the next video where you get to meet all the guinea pigs and we get to go collect them as well. Sneak peek of the guineas. Thank you everyone for watching and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!